Hey there, yogi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a gentle flow for you. It'll be very slow, very sweet, um, a little bit of repetitive movement, just so that we can warm up the joints and the muscles before we get into some longer holds. This is just an all-around feel-good flow, not a lot of strength. It's mostly just about sort of surrendering to these shapes and finding some openness. It's a really good practice to sort of wind down your day or your week. Um, so I hope you enjoy it. If you have a block available, that might be nice. If you don't, a really fluffy pillow or couch cushion will be even sweeter. I don't happen to have one of those handy right now, so I'll be using a block, but really, if you can, grab a pillow because it will really, it'll make some of these supported poses a little bit sweeter for you. And if you can, get a scarf, or if you have a yoga strap. I don't recommend using a resistance band, one of the elastic bands for this practice. You can, it's just those tend to require a little bit more strength, and I really want this to be a soft practice. We might have a surprise visit from my dog. She's pacing around a little bit. Yep, there she is. Maybe she wants to relax a bit too with us. So when you're ready, make your way into a child's pose. And I'm going to leave it to you. This practice is about you finding softness. So you can do this child's pose with your knees together. That will, at least in my experience, that gets a little bit more into the low back and spine. If you would like, you can bring the knees wide. This will get a little bit more into your hips. Pick which one feels good for you. If you do have that pillow, it might be really nice to place it here in between the legs and then fold down on that. If you don't, just make your way down onto your mat. Turn your palms to face up as an offering of surrendering, and then allow yourself to melt down. And we're just going to have some deep breaths here. And focusing on surrendering to this space. Setting the intention of relaxation, of softness. See where you could let go and surrender down into this child's pose a little bit more. Last 2 breaths. And then when you're ready, start to turn the palms to face down. We'll bring a little bit of movement into the body. So inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. And we'll repeat this a few times. I really want you to get into a flow, into a groove with this, so that it becomes sort of second nature, like a moving meditation, and you can let yourself go into it. So as you inhale, drop your belly, pull the chest between the shoulders. And as you exhale, press the floor away from you, round the back, tuck the toes and sit back towards the heels. As you inhale again, you'll start to ripple forward into your downward facing dog. Again, as you inhale, you'll drop the knees, you'll drop the belly and pull the chest forward, coming straight into your cow pose. And as you exhale, you'll round the back, start to sit back towards your heels, and then make your way into your downward facing dog. So you can repeat that 4 to 5 times using your own breath, your own rhythm, inhaling and dropping. your cow pose. Pressing away into your cat pose. Child's pose with tucked toes before you ripple up into your downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Close your eyes. Feel into the movement of your body. And try to let go of what you're thinking. Let go of anything that happened before this class. Let go of anything that will happen after this class. This is your time. Give me about one more round or finish the round you're on. We'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. And either you can step the right foot forward in this downward dog, or you can come to a tabletop and bring the right foot forward from there. Again, this class is about feeling great in your body. So turn those left toes over towards the right side of the mat. Walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. And then melt the heart down. So think puppy pose or even a downward facing dog in the hips, shoulders, and arms. And then lean into that right leg. Press the knee towards the right side of the mat. And then keep those hips in line with the knee. So I don't want your hips sitting back towards the heels. Keep them high. Keep them in line with the knee. Relax the neck. Exhale, walk the hands around to the left, coming towards the back of the mat. Your left hand comes underneath your left shoulder. Straighten that right leg, lift the right arm up, and then towards the back of your mat. Feel this in the side body. You can turn the palm down and really let that arm wrap around the head, or even grab that left arm with the right hand and let your head lean back into it. Release the arms. Bring yourself up to center. Rotate towards that right leg as you flex the foot and then fold forward over that right leg. You may have to adjust a little, I know I do. And here, bring your heart forward towards your toes. Let your eyes close. Head releases. Start to bend back into that right knee. Shift the weight forward. If you'd like, you can heel toe or scooch that left knee a little bit further back. You're going to come into a twist, reaching the right arm up. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can bring that left foot up. Maybe you wrap your strap around the foot, or maybe you have the flexibility to reach back with that right hand. You can turn the right toes at a 45-degree angle to the right and let that knee fall out as well. Let the hips drop. This is a great pose for sinking in, right? It gets into all of those tight places in the body, the hip flexor, the inner groin, the shoulders. Let the head fall back. And slowly release. Bring both hands down to the mat. Release the left leg gently. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Come into your downward facing dog. And we'll move through that little meditative sequence again. So you'll drop the knees, pull the chest forward, drop the belly. Exhale and round the back, sitting back towards the heels and then downward facing dog. You know the drill. I'm going to leave it to you. Keep breathing, keep moving. 3 more rounds on your own. Don't think about the movements, just move. Finish the round you're on. We'll make your way back to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, you can bring the left foot forward or drop the knees and bring the left foot forward. So again, those right toes will turn over towards the left side of the mat this time. So your left foot and your right shin are perpendicular. You'll walk your hands at a 45-degree angle from your hips, but keep the hips back. And then melt the chest down. Finding length through the spine as you open through that left hip. And through all of it, just keep breathing. And sink down a little bit more for these last 3 breaths. And then walk the hands around towards the back of the mat. Extend that left leg. Your right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. Lift the left arm up. So you can stay here. You can reach the left arm forward, overhead, stretching through the left side of the body, or go ahead and wrap the arm around the head. Grab that right armpit and then lean back and open. Feel the spaciousness of the shape. And then when you're ready, make your way around to the front. Your right toes will turn back behind you. I'm going to have to help myself on this side. My right knee's a bit sore. Straighten the left leg, flex the foot. And then you'll fold forward over that left leg, pulling the heart forward and then folding. Trying to keep a flat back. I'm a bit sore in my hamstrings today, so this is about all I have. But I'm definitely feeling it, and that's our intention here. Bend into that left knee again. Your hands will come to the inside of that left leg. You might want to scoot the right knee back. Maybe you're fine where you are. You'll lift the left arm up and twist. You can stay here. This is great. If you want more, if you need more, if you aren't feeling enough, if it's how you can surrender and release, you'll bend that right knee. Maybe you take your strap and place it around the foot. Maybe you reach back for the foot and pull it in, and then sink down, open up, and release the head. If you'd like, Those left toes can turn to the left at an angle. You can drop the hip open. Keep breathing. Surrendering in the shoulders, relaxing the chest, the hips, the quads. And then when you're ready, gently release, bring the hand down. Go ahead and tuck the toes of that right foot, lift the right knee. Step the left foot back to meet the right. You guessed it, 5 more rounds of that moving cat-cow meditation. Knees drop, come into your cow, pull the belly forward. As long as you're moving with your breath, you're moving the way you should be. One or two more rounds. And when you come to your final round, walk your feet in, walk your hands back. Just come to a forward fold somewhere on your mat. Head hangs, knees are soft. Let yourself bounce and sway. Roll the shoulders, shake the head, shift the weight. Get really loosey here. Beautiful. And then go ahead and make your way down to your mat. So that's it. That's it for our little sequence standing. We didn't really even stand. We're coming onto our backs. Make sure you have your pillow, your block, your strap or scarf handy. Just so that once you're on your back, you don't have to move again. Okay, come on down. And you'll start knees bent, both feet on the ground. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Keep that right foot active to protect the right knee. And first we'll just start by swaying the legs from side to side. It's a nice self-massage in the outer hips. We're gently working into those deeper layers of fascia. Your arms are wherever it's comfortable for you. Your breath is full. You can stay here. This is a wonderful place to be. If you'd like a little bit more, I invite you to reach through your figure four for the left leg, either the shin or behind the knee. Draw the leg in and then keep that movement, rocking side to side. Feel the experience all around that right hip. As you move the legs, you'll experience different corners, maybe even doing some circles. Whatever feels best for you. If you're circling, reverse the direction. Really beautiful. And then bring that left foot back down to the mat. Keep your legs just as they are. Bring your arms out in line with your shoulders if they're not there already. And drop your legs over to the left. So your right foot comes down to the floor. Your right knee points up to the ceiling. So you can stay here. My favorite way to do this pose is to take that right arm, reach it up and overhead for a slight side bend. And that way, I feel this expansion between my pelvis and my rib cage. You can also bring the left hand to hang on to either the right ankle, or I like to bring it through that figure four again and hold on to my left thigh. Keep the heart open, keep the breath full. On your next inhale, or when you feel ready, start to bring those knees back to center. Keep them as they are. Take your left foot, though, and step it outside of your mat. Let your knees fall over to the right. If this is too much on that left knee, you can uncross the right ankle, just bringing the foot and ankle to the floor. Take 3 more breaths. Bring the legs back to center. Keep that left foot where it is. Just uncross the right ankle. So your feet should be slightly over to the left off your mat. Go ahead and extend your legs straight. So you're in a big side bend here, right? Your shoulders and your hips and your feet are sliding over to the left. Both hips are planted firmly on the floor, though. You can grab opposite elbows here. Breathe. Use the breath to expand through the right side of the body, finding a little bit more space between the shoulder and the top of your pelvis. You can stay here, or you can play with crossing one ankle over the other. For me, crossing the left over the right deepens my pose. For you, it might feel better to cross the right ankle over the left. Play around until you find the shape that works for you, and then surrender. Actively let go and passively receive. Can you let go of the control a little bit more? If the ankles are crossed, slowly start to uncross them. You'll start by bending the right knee. Take a pause. Release the arms from overhead, bring them in line with the shoulders. Bend the left knee. Start to walk the feet back towards the center of your mat. And take a pause here. What does your right hip feel? Does your right leg feel lighter than your left? And then when you're ready, take that left leg, cross the ankle over the right knee for your figure four. Begin with both feet on the floor, rocking the knees from side to side, massaging out the hips. And slowly working yourself into that movement in the pelvis, that freedom in the hip. Not rushing anything here. This is your time. Surrender to it, enjoy it. If you feel you need more, you'll start to pull the legs in towards your chest, reaching through for the thigh or the shin. If you can't quite reach, you can use your strap around the right leg to help you pull in. Keep rocking side to side. Slowly release. If you're holding on, the right foot comes down to the mat. And keeping the legs just as they are, you'll drop them over to the right. Left foot comes straight down to the floor. Left knee points up towards the ceiling. Take your arms wherever it's comfortable for you. If you'd like to follow me, take that left arm, wrap it around the head, feeling into the left side body. The right arm can hold onto the left ankle or grab that right thigh. Relax. Soften and breathe. Can you surrender a little bit more? Can your breath be a guide to let go? Using your inhales to expand and create space, and your exhales to sink into that space. Start to release. Bring the legs back to center. Keep them as they are, but step that right foot off the mat to the right and drop the knees over to the left. Again, if this is too much on that right knee or right hip, you can uncross the left ankle, bringing the foot and the ankle down to the floor. Slowly come back to center. Keep that right foot over to the right off the mat. Bring the left foot down to meet it. You'll slowly start to extend those legs over to the right. Your shoulders will also curve over to the right. Set yourself up so that you feel the stretch along the left side of the body. Arms can come overhead, grasping opposite elbows. And if you like, you can play around with crossing the ankles. This side might be different, so try both ways of crossing your ankle before you settle into your final shape. And then letting go. Inviting the opening. Welcoming it. Stop resisting. 4 more deep breaths here. Start by uncrossing the ankles. Bend the left knee and pause. Release the arms. Bend the right knee. Slowly start to bring your feet back towards the center of the mat. The last pose I'm going to suggest to bring the body a bit more back to neutral after those very long, intense, one-sided sequences is a supported bridge. So you can take your block or your pillow and place it underneath your hips. You can stay here with the knees bent, or if you'd like, go ahead and extend the legs. Arms can reach overhead. I'm offering this as our final pose for this practice. At any point, if you'd like to come into a traditional Shavasana, I more than invite you to do what your body is asking of you. But as we start to close, I'll walk us through a few rounds of equal part breathing to help us settle our nervous system, to help us find rhythm with the breath, and through that, to find peace in the body. We'll inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for that same count of 4. I'll do the counting, you will do the breathing. And we'll start together by taking a deep breath in. Inhale, fill the lungs up. Biggest exhale of your day. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a really deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. If the legs are extended, go ahead and bend the knees. Gently lift the hips just enough so that you can remove the block. Lower the hips back down. Place your hands on your low belly. Grounding your pelvis down. And then when you're ready, gently rock over onto one side. As you feel ready, you can slowly start to make your way up to seated. Drop the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Roll the chin into the chest. Roll the chin so that the left ear comes towards the left shoulder. And then back around, chin through center. Over to the right shoulder. Chin through center. Left shoulder. Chin through center. Right shoulder. Chin through center. Left shoulder. Bring your chin down through center. Slowly roll the head up. I thank you so much for taking this time for yourself, for allowing me to be a part of your practice, and for everything you do throughout your day and your week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or a sweet, soft evening, and I will see you here next time. Namaste.